Hello troops and welcome back to Herring's Rest. Today I'm going to show you my wife bought at the Scottish Festival of Model Railways. Hang on a wee second to get it. Right. First up was this wee loco. It's a Pico, a BR55. Now I think this is actually quite an old model. That's the numbers on the side. There's information if you can read German. I can't read German, so I've got no idea what it says. Right, I'll show you the loco now, alright? And here it is here. It's actually quite a smart wee locomotive. It's quite a weighty wee thing. No, let's don't pretend they're rolling away. There's quite a wee weight in it. You know, but we'll have a look at the side, right? The wee ladders on it appear to be separately fitted. There's nice pipe working on that moulded onto it. The valve gear and all that is quite smart. It's quite a setup there, isn't it? The rivets on the pistons and that. It doesn't have sprung buffers. You can see the gubbins hanging out for the motor. As you can imagine, there's no cab interior, there's just a motor in there. And on the other side, this side's different. It's got a sort of Westinghouse pump and I don't know what that is. Pipes, more valve gear, all these wee bits all moulded on. There is a slight mould mark along the top of the boiler, but you can't actually see it for all the rest of the moulding that's on it. There might be a bit missing off the top of the chimney, but we're not sure. Of course, there's a screw down in the dome that holds it all together. Alright, now on to the front now, smoke box door. It's got the wee wheel on the front, on there. Numbers nicely printed on it. Doesn't have sprung buffers, so you usually choke coupling. The front of the cab's quite interesting though, isn't it? It's quite smart. Right, on to the tender now. Tender's quite weighty as well. It's nicely picked out riveting on it. Suspension and all that's quite well done. On the back you've got two pair of the wee kiddie on lights. The numbers nicely printed on it. There's no sprung buffers on this either. That side's much the same. Well, so the coal load does look quite good. Alright. Right, we'll have a look at that running very shortly, alright. Right, here's a box, the second one thing came in. This was £12. That's the remains of the label on it. Not much to see there. Here's what was in that box, this coach. Now this is Spanish made. I can't make out the name. The Euro traction or Eurotran, something like that. Really don't know. Anyway, we'll have a look along the side of this. You can see the detail on the veranda is superb. The printing on it's nice. The bogie detail's quite smart. It's all fully kitted out inside. Detailing on the seats and stuff. Wee nameplate there. On this bit here, this is all, I don't know if it's separately fitted or not, if it's moulded on, I really can't tell. There's all around it with more printing on it and stuff. Some of the printing's a wee bit worn, but hey. There's the end of that veranda. It's quite smart. It's got moulded on buffers, they're no sprung or anything like that. Nice wee steps on it, all picked out different colours and stuff. So he's got the frosted glazing for the toilet. Again, it's all really well detailed. Look at this end. Yeah, it's quite smart. We'll look along the roof. You see, there's no mould marks out along the roof. There's this kind of walkway thing. And there's like wee footsteps get up to it, you know. We'll have a proper look underneath it now. We're breaking stuff and all kinds of cylinders and that all moulded into it. There is a good weight in this. I will say that there is a good weight in it. It's heavier than I've picked up that's British made. This is solid. And there's the box for the next thing she bought. Obviously it's Fleischmann, it was £8. There's a number on it. I don't know if it's the right vehicle that's in the box or not. I'm presuming it is. Nothing on the back. And here's the little coach here. Now again, it's usual Fleischmann standard moulding and stuff. It's excellent. The brake gears all picked out and all that. The printing's superb. Printing that end is excellent. The wee verandas are lovely. Again, there's no sprung buffers or anything like that on it. There's a wee windy handle on the top there. We'll look at this side. 8 row is well printed. Really nice livery application on this actually. Really nice. Well, the roof is already separately fitted. Well, these couple of bits are separately fitted, the rest of it I think is moulded. I'm not sure though. These bits here, on the very top here, the wee pointy bits sticking out the roof, they might be separately fitted, whereas the bit coming out the roof, the grey bit coming out the roof, is moulded on. Look underneath. No NEM pockets. Reasonably free-rolling. Some detailing and all that. Alright, but here's the third coach that my wife bought. And this was a £5. It came unboxed. It's quite all printed up and that. Reasonably well detailed. I've got no idea who made this. But again, it's reasonably well detailed, you know. The couplings are unusual. They're also quite high, there's a wee wheel on that. Again, all the brake gear and all that's all picked out, a lovely print along the side of the chassis and that. Check out the roof. Then that's all moulded on. And that roof's all just one piece. But there is no mould marks on it. Underneath, it's not bad, reasonably well detailed. Alright, we'll put this in the truck. And here's the last wee wagon. My wife paid £5 for this as well. Again, this is a Fleischmann job, I think. Yes, Fleischmann. Again, really nice livery on it, well printed. Quite well detailed. I like this wee emblem here, wee coat of arms or whatever it is. Yeah, the running board's not too bad. It's all printed up and all that. And the footsteps on the side. Again, there's a little open door at this side. Little steps get in. Check out this end. Little door on it and a full plate. Check out underneath. Fairly basic. Again, no NEM pockets. Unfortunately, this time the brakes aren't in line with the wheels. But hey, no matter. Right, we'll stick it on the track and we'll see how it goes, alright? Right, that's it on the track, we'll turn it up and see how it goes now, alright? It's off, it's quiet. So again, all the couplings are different on these, so I've done some jiggery pokery to get it to couple up to them all. But we'll get all that sorted out. Oh, so this is going to be for my wife's layout when she gets into building that. That wee locomotive is so quiet. I'll turn this other one off. I think that's at 50% on the Gauge Master controller. Yes, it is indeed. I'll try speeding it up a bit. That's it up at 80%. But I reckon this model's a late 60s, early 70s locomotive. I'm really not sure. But yeah, it runs fantastically well. It's super smooth and super quiet. Alright trips, I'll leave you with some running shots of these two locomotives going round and you can... I don't know. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Alright trips. Yeah, again guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, alright? Cheers and bye.